So I just finished Assassin's Creed Brotherhood for the first time in like 10 years. I was going to look up when Brotherhood was released, but I forgot to. Now we're here in the morning, and I'm gonna feed my cat, who's there off screen, obviously, while I talk about what I think of Brotherhood, which my opinion hasn't changed a whole lot, but it's changed enough for me to have some sort of new opinion. Not that I've shared my opinion on the internet about it before, but here we are. Didn't even get the ingredients out. Give me one sec. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm still a bit sick, but I have a cough that's hanging around. Annoying. Half a sachet of wet food. Yeah, so I always considered Assassin's Creed Brotherhood to be like an expansion. I didn't play it on release. It's one of the very few Assassin's Creed games I never played on release. I think I played every other game very close to its release date. With Brotherhood, I saw a review from Good Game, an Australian video game TV show. I need a peg. Where's the peg at? And that's what they said. And I trusted their reviews. Their opinions usually aligned with mine in some way or another. I hope you can hear me over the rain that's just appeared. I was warned about that. Yeah. So the review was like, yeah, it's an expansion, but it's okay. It's mostly more Assassin's Creed 2, and Assassin's Creed 2 is pretty solid, so don't have much to complain about. You guys will. And so I spent, I don't know, maybe 2-3 years not touching it. I spent a long time not bothering with the game. Mainly because I didn't have much money, generally. So when I did get money, the last thing I would do would be buy Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, because I heard it was kind of meh. Well, not meh, but more of the same. And I'd gotten my fill with Assassin's Creed 2. I played that game a lot. I even stole a copy from my best friend at the time just to play the game, because I couldn't afford the game myself. Yeah, I've played a lot of Assassin's Creed 2. And now I have played it. I played it a few years back, Brotherhood. And I came to the same opinion. Brotherhood was just an expansion-like experience. But other than that, that was kind of my whole opinion on the game. I didn't really think about it. I kind of just played it to get it over with so I could get to Revelations. I don't think I played Revelations for the first time afterwards. I think I played Brotherhood during my second run-through of all of the games, which I've done a couple times now. Except Brotherhood. I haven't played Brotherhood again until this point, because, like I said, it just felt like an expansion. So it's like, you play it, you kind of, you've done it. You don't really need to go through it again. This time, I played it with the remastered collection, and I had a good time. Generally, I had a pretty good time. I think I'm a bit dark, so I'm gonna move my light just a little bit over here. Yeah, I had a good time with it. Not a perfect time, that's for sure. But compared to Assassin's Creed 2, it's kind of not big, but it is an improvement. From the cutscenes, to the writing, to the gameplay, it all just kind of works better. In the remastered collection specifically, I don't think they've changed a whole lot mechanically, like improving the controls, but they might have, I don't know. I think it's mostly just a graphical improvement. And if I compare the graphical improvements to, I would even say for the remaster, at least, the jump from Assassin's Creed 2 to Brotherhood was kind of a big jump from a world standpoint, from how the world looked and appeared. The textures were generally nicer or smoothed out. They were less repetitive. The weather cycle was just a little bit stronger. You could see the clouds going through a little bit better. The lighting was just generally improved across the board. The character models just looked better. Yeah, generally, for the remaster specifically, I thought graphically the game took a big jump up. I don't remember it being the same, but it could have been. So I'm going to say that for now. Oh, excuse me. But then we get to other things about the game, like the mechanics. Like, I've never really touched the Brotherhood mechanic, not even in Revelations. I kind of tipped my toe in, but I never really touched it because I didn't love it. It always felt either too simple or just a little too weird. I just wasn't used to it, and I was a dumb kid when I played it, so I'll say that. But this time, I gave it a go, and I had a relatively good time with the Brotherhood mechanic. I pretty much got everyone I had up to Master Assassin. But the thing is, right, I was doing the main story alongside what I usually do for when I'm replaying Assassin's Creed game, because I usually when I first do my Assassin's Creed run, I do as much as I can. I do everything, unless I don't like the content, like the Brotherhood mechanic or the bombs and Revelations. I never really touched it unless I had to. So this time I was taking that approach with Brotherhood because I knew Mirage was coming out soon, so I just wanted to finish Brotherhood before Mirage hit, which happens tonight, I believe. Excuse me. So, the rest of them. What was I saying? Brain. Yeah, so, what I did this time, what I usually do, I did this time, what I usually do with my second playthroughs of other Assassin's Creed games, is I do the main story as quickly as possible, but along the way I will touch as many of the other side things as possible. So if I'm passing a building I can purchase, or a chest I can loot, I will usually do it. Or if there's a side quest between me and it, or a side quest that's at least closer to me than the main objective, I will usually do it. But generally, the main story will be my main objective, because I'm like, I've played the game, I don't need to play the whole game again because I've already played it. I don't need to experience it. But this time, well, I did that. But I did want to touch on the Brotherhood mechanic just a little bit more, and I did. Again, I got most of the people up to the Master Assassin, and I was going to do everyone, but I didn't even do the last Borgia Tower, because by the time I got up to that point in the story, the main quest was just always, like, right in front of me, or right nearby, or nowhere near where the Borgia Tower actually was. Like, I had literally one left to do, I think. I just never did it. Like, the last, I don't know, two sequences at least of the game, you can just do very quickly, without much. I think the last sequence of the game, once you start that, you can't really swerve off it. You're just kind of stuck there. You're there and you got to complete it. Which, I completely forgot what happened in the story, and experiencing it this way, it felt rushed. And I think that's what my opinion. Well, for the main story, most of it was, okay, let's introduce the Brotherhood mechanic, let's set up the characters for the rest of the story, and then a big chunk of the game was just the Brotherhood mechanic, or doing little things on the side that didn't really matter. It felt very unimportant for a lot of time, until the very end where it's like, okay, now we're back to the main story. And the main story was so rushed at the end that I can definitely see why people consider it to be an expansion, especially myself, because it was done. It was over. It was complete in no time, and they time skipped by like a month or so, like 3 times in the span of 10 minutes, or at least 2 missions that you can't get out of. You're just kind of in. I think you can decline, but I don't remember seeing that. Excuse me. So, my final thoughts is I think I had a better time with Brotherhood. I think I have more respect for Brotherhood as a game. But it still feels like an expansion, especially in the later half of the story, and generally with the mechanics, because they do feel... It feels like less of them. There's only like one main area that you're in the entire game, and yeah, there's things to do. There's there's flag collecting. There's buying shops, but it doesn't really feel like there's any progression with that. You can't just do it and then it's done. Like you got the Leonardo da Vinci quests, and you got the DLC for him that you get with the remasters. But other than that, the world itself feels pretty empty outside of just little markers on the map that you have to do. I don't even mean the open world sense of you can run into a situation and things will just develop and a quest will start. I don't mean like it in like an RPG way. I just mean these things are there, like they were in Assassin's Creed 2, but it feels less impactful within this game. It just kind of feels like they threw it in just to have it there because Assassin's Creed 2 had it, not because the game needed to have it. So, yeah, I like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, but it still feels like an expansion. Thanks for watching.